Hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Raju. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Rajiv? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning everyone. So it's 8 o'clock now. Let us start the session. And today we will going to learn about the valuation account assignment, that is automatic account determination. What does this mean? We will going to understand and learn more for this topic. So I'm going to share some information about this, that there are various transactions are happening in materials management, right? And those transactions are relevant for accounting, such as good receipts, goods issues, and invoice receipts. Okay, we have already dealt with all these kinds of different processes. That is good receipt, when we are posting the movement type 101 in our SAP system and taking the material into our premises. Similarly, when we are goods issuing, that means we are withdrawing the material from our inventory stock. That also results in the accounting. And similarly, we have post several invoices as well under different scenarios. So those invoices are also containing a accounting document in which we were happen to see that the vendor account is getting credited and the GRIR account is getting debited in the invoice accounting scenario. With me, guys? Till this point, everything is clear,
Yes, Raju.
right? That means whatever we do in SAP MM, as far as the movement is concerned, as far as the movement of the material is concerned, I again repeat, whether it is a good receipt, that means incoming of material in our premises, whether it is goods issue, withdrawing of the material from our inventory stock, or it is invoice posting. Correct? In all these cases, what always happens, the system always creates an accounting document and posts the amount in the appropriate GL accounts. GL accounts are automatically determined with the help of automatic account determination. That we will going to learn today. Okay. And what exactly happens in SAP system? Let us consider a business scenario. This is a normal business scenario I'm sharing, and you all are aware of this business scenario because this is what we have done so far during our SAP MM S/4HANA training. That let us consider an example that there is a manufacturing company that is storing some stock materials, and those stock materials were purchased from suppliers. Whenever the material is received in a storage location with reference to a PO, the company wants their system to automatically determine and update the stock GL account. Okay. Similarly, whenever an invoice is posted, the system should automatically determine the vendor GL account and post the liability. Liability means whatever the liability was there for the company, that will be posted. The SAP system provides the automatic GL account posting via the automatic account determination process. When you post a good receipt against a PO, the system creates an accounting document along with the material document, and GL account postings are made. The system determines when GL account should be debited and credited based on the configuration settings of the automatic account determination. Okay. So let us come to the configuration part. Just a moment. Before configuration, we will going to learn this scenario with reference to one purchasing scenario. Okay. Now this purchasing scenario is uh, what we will going to do is for material ROH. So what exactly happens in automatic account determination? Very important to understand. I have opened here two material codes. One is raw material and another one is finished material, finished product. So what exactly happens in SAP to trigger different GL accounts during different types of movements of the material? It is very important that the material type and the valuation class both are linked with each other. Okay, and this particular valuation class is also linked to a GL account in SAP system in a transaction OBYC. So let us first understand this particular flow. So I will going to just mention over here as material type is linked to valuation class, and further valuation class is linked to transaction event key, and further this transaction event key is linked to chart of accounts, and further this valuation class is linked to GL account. And this all activities are happening in one of the very important transaction, and the transaction code is OBYC. And we will going to learn this scenario, and we will going to help you understand that how exactly a GL account is automatically triggered. With me, everyone? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is a scenario we will going to understand for ROH. Similarly, we will going to do one more scenario for the material type FERT. Okay. So now in this situation, let us enter our values. So our material is what? 2154. Okay. Let us enter our material 2154. Very good. What is the valuation class it is assigned to? So it is assigned to valuation. Can someone please from the audience will going to tell us, the audience?
3,000.
3000. Very good. So this is 3000. Absolutely fine. Now let us go to the T code OBYC. This is a very important T code, and it has so many transaction event keys. And this transaction event keys refers to the different types of business procedures in SAP system. So right now we are in OBYC, and what will going to happen now with these transaction event keys, we will going to check that with what is the assignment of our valuation class 3000 with the GL account. Okay. Now, so now you might be thinking at the moment that there are so many transaction event keys, which one to select and go inside of the transaction. So in this situation, you will going to select inventory posting, the BSX, and here is a tick, that is automatic account determination. So you have to double click on this BSX. Okay, so let me just mention the transaction event keys as BSX for inventory posting BSX. Okay, these are the values which we are using in our this scenarios. Okay, similarly, this is a value. Similarly, this is also a value for transaction event key, and we will going to check the chart of account as well. So how you will going to go inside of this transaction? Just double click on this BSX and system is going to ask you the chart of account. Chart of account is nothing but a combination of all the GL accounts what it is containing. Okay, so which chart of accounts we will be choosing in this case? Let us select this YCOA, and actually this particular whatever we are discussing these, the SAP MM consultant should have all the information about this transaction, but the SAP MM consultant does not does not hold any accountability, does not hold any responsibility to maintain any entries in this particular transaction. This is always and always done by whom? Which consultants?
FI consultant.
FI.
Yes, always and always this is in their scope, and they will going to perform this settings. So if you can see, we are in a standard chart of accounts. So let me just mention this chart of account. It is YCOA. This is also value for us, and GL account. Here one more value will going to come. So very important to understand these three columns, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Let me make all these columns a little bigger so that you can read them properly. Okay, so this is valuation modifier, this is valuation class, this is the same valuation class which we just saw in the material master data. It is assigned to this material 2154 of type raw material in the accounting view. In the accounting view, this is the only place where the valuation class is assigned, because with reference to this valuation class, the posting for this material will going to happen as and when the movement happens. And with the word movements, we can assume this could be a incoming movement and this could be an outgoing movement. So just a moment, everyone. How many people we have? Okay, Abhijit, one question for you. What do you mean by incoming movements and outgoing movements?
Incoming movements is nothing but the stock comes toward the warehouse, and outgoing movements means the stock uh, releasing from warehouse means
Okay,
towards the vendor.
can you please explain more in terms of SAP language?
Okay, means when PGI happens, that time the warehouse stock is reduced stock means inventory reduces, and when the PGR happens, post good receipt, then stock added in warehouse, then increase the inventory
Correct. Yes.
of stock.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Abhijit. So what Abhijit had said, that incoming material is whenever a goods receipt is posted into the system and our inventory stock is increased. Secondly, the outgoing material, that means whenever the goods issue happens, he is using some short forms, PGR for good receipt, that is post good receipt, that is incoming material. Material is posted into your premises. Similarly, he has used one more short term, PGI. I again repeat, PGI. It stands for post good issue. That means the outgoing of the material, and in this situation, the inventory stock is decreased by the quantity which is withdrawal, and similarly the value of the inventory will also going to get decreased. Okay, with me, guys? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, very important to understand the first column. The blank, they have a left blank. These are for for all the plants, but we need to take care of these the blank ones. We have to take care of these 0001. we have so many plants in this uh, system, in this training system. We have so many plants are there. And what is happening? What they have done, one plant is containing n number of evaluation class. So it will going to be very hectic for a SAP FI consultant to assign all these valuation class with one plant, and further all these GL accounts with all these valuation class. So what they have done, they have clubbed all the operational plants into one valuation modifier, that is one grouping code. So this is nothing but your plant code. But so you might be thinking that right now we are studying this particular scenario for the plant 1710. Then where is 1710? Correct? We will going to show you that where is 1710, right? And the system will going to show you that how the GL account is getting triggered. We are coming to that point, but let me just quickly open one Excel sheet, then you will going to understand. So here you can see valuation modifier. This is one column and these are plants. Okay, so they have chosen 001 as a valuation modifier, and all plants are assigned to it. 1710, 1720, 1730, 1740, like that. Okay, why they are doing this? So that a 0001 should get assigned quickly with all these valuation class, and further these valuation class will get assigned to this particular GL account. Okay, just assume situation that if I have to assign all these evaluation class like this 1710, and let me just copy this, sorry, Control C. Okay, and now I'm pasting it over here. These are all 1710. Okay, now what will going to happen? I have to assign 1710. No, this will not going to be 1710. It will be 1720, 1720, 1730, 1740. Right? I'm removing all of them. So what will going to happen in this situation? I have to assign 1710 with all these valuation class first. Correct? Let me just do like this. Control Y and copying like this. Okay. I have to do like this. Can you see this? I'm just removing this. So this is the entry what I have to do. Further, all these GL accounts will be assigned like this. Control Y. So I don't know why the system is not allowing me to copy. But you can just assume that, you know, I have just pasted. So what is happening here? That the entry for the SAP FI consultant will be very time consuming, because for each and every plant you are assigning like this. This is VC valuation class, and this is GL. Similarly, he will going to do the similar activity for 1720, same valuation class. Okay, are you getting the point, guys? That to reduce his manual entry efforts, what we have done, we have linked all these plants within the one grouping code.
Rajiv, how many valuation class will be assigned for one plant?
You can assign as many as you can.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no any limitation because this is a FI transition, so they haven't set any kind of a limitation. There could be 15 valuation classes, and there could be even 40 as well, even 50 as well, but not more than, because 50 is a very huge number, but usually those valuation classes are not there actually. Okay.
Okay.
So now what we will going to do, friends, we will going to create a purchase order. Okay. Okay. Let us quickly create a purchase order. ME21N. For the same material 2154, for which we are performing this scenario for the automatic account determination. Quantity we have given just 1 kg. Condition 1. Some person had, again done something with the system. Account assignment mandatory for this material. Do you have any idea why this error is appearing? Account assignment mandatory.
In master data, something account related missing.
No, in master data, everything is fine. In master data, if you can see, the valuation class is assigned, price is there, everything. I think someone had done some settings in OMS2. Let's see, OMS2. Let us go to ROH. ROH. Select this. Go to quantity and value updating. For 1710. Can you see? Somebody had removed this tick because system is not allowing to do the posting, right? Because during PO creation only, system validates that where the commitment or where the automatic posting will going to happen. Does this contain anything for accounting entry or not? So if there is no any tick on the valuation update and quantity update, system will not going to find the GL account. Getting the point, guys? So somebody had removed this tick for the raw material ROH. So that's why that error was happening. Let us quickly come back to the PO screen and let us check it. So we have to come out of this transaction, and again we'll try to create the PO. Even though your valuation class is maintained for the material, even though your price is maintained, even though your accounting view is maintained for your material master data, but if someone had done some settings, change in the settings of the material type, system will going to validate that as well. Okay, but this really not happens in the real time scenario, because only uh, only few people are having this very important access to OMS2, and no one else can even enter in this transaction, because this is very critical transaction. सबको समझ में आ रहा है friends?
Yes.
Okay, so we have created this purchase order ending with 780, and what we will going to do, we will going to post the good receipt for this PO. ये भी किसी ने सेटिंग उड़ा दी है। अब लोग बाग यार खेलना चालू हो गया अब इस सिस्टम के साथ में लग रहा है। The material not ledger is not active. Let me close this transaction. This one as well. You have to check it out. What is the transaction code to enter the, just a moment. ये पूरा error उठा लेते हैं यहाँ से। किधर गया ये? इसको गूगल में डालते हैं। Material ledger is not active into the valuation area. OMX1. अपना वैल्यूएशन एरिया है 1710। ये वैल्यूएशन 1710, ये किसी ने अनचेक कर दिया है। और प्राइस डिटर्मिनेशन को भी हम लोग 2 डाल देते हैं। ट्रांजेक्शन वेट उसको सेव कर देते हैं। हो गया अपना, ठीक है। इसका ट्रांजेक्शन कोड है OMX1। यहाँ पे ये एक्टिवेट नहीं था, और ये वैल्यूएशन एरिया ये था 0001। तो वापस आते हैं इसको, और हमारा GR को फिर से पोस्ट करने की कोशिश करते हैं। इस एरर वाले स्क्रीन को बंद करते हैं। अभी देखते हैं ये इसी के अंदर ही अंदर इसको वैलिडेट करता है या नहीं। लेट्स सी। नहीं, अभी भी वही चेक कर रहा है, तो हमें पूरा बाहर आना पड़ेगा। फिर से GR पोस्ट करते हैं। ठीक है, ये अब सब कुछ ठीक है। टेस्ट फिर से चेक करते हैं। अभी डॉक्यूमेंट को पोस्ट कर देते हैं, ठीक है। हाँ, ओके, ये भी बड़ा अच्छा एक एरर आ गया। किसी ने इसका कुछ जीएल अकाउंट ही उड़ा दिया उसी ओबीवाईसी में से, क्योंकि इस सिचुएशन में हमारा जो पोस्टिंग है वो प्राइस डिफरेंस में भी जा रहा है। प्राइस डिफरेंस में क्यों जा रहा है? क्योंकि परचेज ऑर्डर तो बना है हमारा, कितनी कितनी प्राइस के लिए बनाया था हम लोगों ने पीओ। हमारा पीओ कहाँ चला गया? ये रहा, 40 के लिए बनाया था ना, 40 के लिए, और उसमें हमारा प्राइस मेंटेन्ड है 39। एक काम करते हैं, रुकिए रुकिए, इसको भी सॉल्व कर देते हैं, पूरा बाहर आते हैं, इसको नो करते हैं और पीओ में जाते हैं, और पीओ में पहले बात तो जो वैल्यू है ना उसको चेंज कर देते हैं, 39 कर देते हैं, इससे हमारा इसको हिट ना करे। वो मैं आपको समझाता हूँ ये एरर क्यों आ रहा था। पहले आपको जो बेसिक लिंक जो है मटेरियल टाइप का, वैल्यूएशन क्लास का, ट्रांजेक्शन इवेंट की का, वो मुझे समझाना है आपको, सो दैट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड द लिंक, कैसे कैसे वो फ्लो हो रहा है। ठीक है, अब पोस्ट करते हैं इसको। अभी भी YCOPRD 3000, इसका प्राइस कितना मेंटेन है? 39 ही तो दिया है हम लोगों ने इसका। ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, अभी इसका ये एरर भी तो रिजॉल्व करना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज ये आपको आगे नहीं बढ़ने देगा। सो इसमें पीआरडी हमारा ट्रांजेक्शन इवेंट की देखना पड़ेगा हमें। पीआरडी MNOP, ये रहा पीआरडी, यहाँ देखो वैल्यूएशन मॉडिफायर, और वो एरर को भी समझना है, फिर से एक बार जीआर पोस्ट करना पड़ेगा हमें। 3000 के लिए वो बोल रहा है कोई, यहाँ पे तो सब कुछ दिया हुआ है वैसे। एक मिनट, इनको अभी देखो पोस्ट करेंगे तो एरर आएगा, ठीक है, ये वाला। अब देखो YCOA PRD 3000 is not maintaining customizing, ठीक है। PRD ओके, तो यहाँ क्या करते हैं, 0001 और मॉडिफायर ले लेते हैं, और वैल्यूएशन क्लास ये ले लेते हैं, और ऊपर जो 3000 के लिए जो जीएल अकाउंट असाइंड है वो ही लेंगे हम लोग। ये रहा, ये वाला, ये डेबिट के लिए और ये क्रेडिट के लिए, और एंटर करते हैं। ये हम लोगों ने असाइनमेंट कर दिया और ये सेव कर दिया। ठीक है, अब इससे बाहर आते हैं और अपने जीआर को फिर से पोस्ट करने को ट्राई करते हैं। मुझे लगता है फिर से वो एरर तो अभी लगता आएगा, वो सॉल्व नहीं हुआ है अभी, लगता है ऐसा लग रहा है। ये एरर अभी भी सॉल्व नहीं हुआ है। ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं, इसमें कुछ तो ही प्रॉब्लम है ये। एक दूसरा मटेरियल बनाते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है। मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग कुछ भी ले लेते हैं, ये ले लिया। ROH अकाउंटिंग, परचेजिंग, किसी ने इसके व्यू के साथ भी छिड़कानी की है, व्यू भी बहुत कम दिखाई दे रहे हैं। ठीक है, 2105 हमारा मटेरियल है, टेस्ट ओके, और ये दे दिया। वैल्यूएशन क्लास ये ले लिया 3000। और प्राइस हमने दे दी इसका 5 USD। ठीक है, ये सेव कर दिया। ठीक है ना, हमारा 2105 बन गया मटेरियल। अब हम 2105 को डिस्प्ले करके रखते हैं यहाँ पे। ठीक है, होपफुली इसके साथ वो प्राइस डिफरेंस का एरर नहीं आना चाहिए। इसके अकाउंटिंग में जाएंगे, ये आप डिस्प्ले करके रखता हूँ मैं। ठीक है, और अब हम बनाएंगे अपना परचेज ऑर्डर। इसको हटा देते हैं अभी। मैं आपको क्यों फ्रेश परचेज ऑर्डर बना के दिखाना चाह रहा हूँ। मैं तो आपको वैसे चाहूँ तो ये 2154 का पुराना ट्रांजेक्शन भी दिखा सकता हूँ मैं, वो भी हम लोग विजिट करेंगे उसके लिए। ठीक है, 2105 2105 वो वाला फ्लो भी दिखा देंगे आपको। अभी पहले ये वाला देख लेते हैं, जिससे कि आपको एक फ्रेश सिनेरियो देखने को मिले कि कैसे ट्रिगर हो रहा है अभी आज की डेट में। पुराना वाला सिनेरियो जो ओल्ड मटेरियल है शुगर वाला, उसके साथ देख लेंगे। इसका भी 5 यूरो। ठीक है, एक और एरर दे दिया इसने। इसका एरर, इसका लैंग्वेज मेंटेन नहीं है D05D में, तो वो भी करना पड़ेगा अपन को। वो भी कर देते हैं। अभी बैक आते हैं, चेंज बेसिक डेटा, ये एडिशनल डेटा में जाएंगे, यहाँ पे लैंग्वेज मेंटेन कर देंगे जर्मन में। इसलिए वो एरर दिखा रहा था वो, क्योंकि प्लांट का लैंग्वेज जर्मन में है ना, इसलिए वो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है कि प्लांट के अंदर भी आप वो लैंग्वेज डालो, मतलब लैंग्वेज मेंटेन होना चाहिए। कौन है यार ये? कोई इसमें से कोई किसी ने फिर चेंज किया लगता है। नहीं ये तो नहीं है, खैर ठीक है, इट्स ऑल गुड। अभी आप देखो कैसी कैसी प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं एक सिनेरियो को करने में। ME21N, तो ये नहीं होगा तो फिर हम लोग तो पुराना जो पीओ का पूरा फ्लो बना हुआ ना, हम उस पर जाएंगे, फिर वो आप वो करके आपको समझाएंगे। फिर 2105, ये रॉ मटेरियल तो है, रॉ मटेरियल्स। कहाँ प्रॉब्लम हो रही है इसके अंदर? Hope any of the person in this session is not making any changes in the configuration at this moment. Can you please confirm everyone?
Yeah, no, I'm
Right, no one is in the configuration, correct? So guys, we are facing some issues. So what I will do, let us take one example. Otherwise, we will going to waste our time. I'm picking one old purchase order. Okay, not this one. This will not really not going to work. I'm picking old purchase order 674 with the same material, and will show you that how the postings are getting happened. Okay. So this will going to make you a good understanding. So let us quickly go over here in the material document, which is already posted in the system. And here you can see I'm going to document info. Let us go to FI documents, and here you will see that particular GL account which is posted for inventory stock. Okay. Okay. Can you see which is the GL account? 131 5 times 0, right?
Yes.
दिख रहा है सबको समझ में? So now we will going to connect the links that how this is happening. Going to OBYC, we're going to hit on this BSX chart of account, and here you can see that 0001, that is this particular 0001 is containing all the plants in it, and this is linked with the valuation class 3000, and this 3000 is linked with the GL account. Can you see this? This is the GL account which is triggering for inventory posting. सबको दिख रहा अच्छी तरह 131 and this is 131, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now there is one more GL account which is this one 2112 4 times 0. This is getting triggered for making an entry which shows that we are right now liable or responsible to pay this much amount to the supplier, and this particular GRIR account is in the transaction event key WRX. So let me just copy this GL and paste it over here. Okay, hope everyone is able to link that what I'm trying to deliver, the message, what message I'm trying to deliver. Okay, that how the material type is linked with the valuation class, that is 3000, and then in the transaction OBYC under the BSX transaction event key, which is the standard transaction event key, this is linked with the chart of account, and further this particular chart of valuation class is linked with the GL account. And let me just mention one more thing over here, that is valuation modifier, and that valuation modifier is 001. And valuation area are nothing but plants. सबको समझ में आ रहा है friends? Able to understand?
Yeah.
Right? Now let us quickly check for this GRIR clearing account. Okay, so let me just mention here. For GRIR clearing account, and the transaction event key is WRX. So let us quickly go to the OBYC and I will show you the transaction event key for WRX. Let's go back, and within this transaction event key, just now we have explored BSX. Now let us scroll down till we reach WRX. This is the one. Do we have Abhishek?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, Abhishek, can you please read the description for this transaction event key WRX for all of us? Are you able to-
Description keys.
No. Are you able to see this transaction event key? What is it? What it is exactly?
That is WRX.
Yes, and this is for this.
GRIR clearing account.
Correct. Yeah, thank you. So this WRX is for GRIR clearing account. And if you can see, let us double click this and system will going to take us in. So can you see which GL account is appearing over here? 2112 4 times 0. And which is appearing over here? 2112 4 times 0. Are you getting the point, everyone?
Yeah.
So these are the important transaction event keys are getting triggered as and when the movement of the material happens. Similarly, if you are canceling this material document, then what will going to happen? The same account will going to get triggered. Let's take an example of bank account. If you are depositing $20 in your bank account, then definitely the bank account which is in your name, the same will going to get credited because you are depositing $20. Okay, right?
Yes.
But after 3 days, when you are removing $5 from that account, then the same bank account will going to get credited, debited. So this happens like this only. These accounts gets triggered as and when the movement of the material happens, whether it is inwards or outwards. Getting the point, guys?
Yes.
Right? Perfect. Now let us move on to one of the important configuration. So we are going to SPRO now. We will going to learn more configurations. Let me open one more session. SPRO IMG, materials management, valuation and account assignment, account determination, without wizard, right? Without wizard, we have, we have to do these settings. Define valuation control. So first of all, this is very important. This valuation grouping code should be active in the SAP system. This is in the transaction OMWM. Okay. Now group together valuation areas. So group together valuation areas means, if you remember, I had told you that several plants, these valuation areas are assigned to this particular valuation grouping code. So that means this particular 0001 is holding all the plants in it. There are around 41 plants are there. I had just now shown you that this is how the entry will going to happen. But if you imagine, if finance guy has to make such entry again and again, this is an entry for a single plant, and this column is containing all the GL accounts. Okay, like 1310000. Similarly, 1320000, something like that. Now the finance guy will have to make such type of entries 41 times. So don't you think it is very much time consuming and effortful job, right? So that is why what is happening, they have the concept of valuation grouping code, and they are clubbing all the plants within one valuation grouping code, and this 0001 is utilized here in OBYC. Here, let me just show you the transaction event key for BSX. Can you see this? 0001 is linked to valuation class, and then valuation class is linked to GL account, right? सबको समझ में आ रहा है फ्रेंड अच्छी तरह?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is very important that this particular transaction OMWD. So let me just list down all the transaction code. Now this is for the configuration part. Configuration number 1. OMWD assigning all the plants under one valuation grouping code for easy entry in OBYC. Getting the point, guys? And in this transaction, not only we are assigning this valuation grouping code with the plant, but we are also picking the company code, and we are also assigning the chart of account as well. If you consider this particular scenario, this one, okay, just a moment, 0001. I think this was the reason that we were facing the issue in the good receipt. If somebody had removed this, just a moment, guys, just a moment. Let me just now try to do the GR. Just a moment. With the purchase order 780. Let's see. Now the system will going to post it. Yes. Yes, it is posted. Yep. Yep. So what was happening, friends, that this particular grouping code someone had removed from this very important configuration, and due to which we were facing that error that account determination for PRD is not possible. Right now we have posted the GR because this entry was missing. Okay, so I have maintained this entry. That means I have linked my valuation area with the valuation grouping code, and right, and this is very important. So whenever you are facing some issues, please quickly check this transaction OMWD. Any question for this one, friends? Hello.
Okay.
Okay. Now define valuation classes. It is very important. One more important transaction. This is very important transaction. Define valuation classes. Let me just maintain over here. Number 2. OMSK. Okay. Here what is happening, that it is very important to link the account category reference. I mean, to define the account category reference. And friends, very important to understand, these account categories are the very important link which we assign in the material type in the OMS2 transaction. Let me just quickly go to OMS2 transaction and will show you that you are assigning these account category reference with the material type. That means this account category has a very important and strong link with the material type. So let us quickly go to the OMS2 transaction and we'll check our link for ROH. Okay, ROH, select this line, go to this magnifying lens that is inside of the material type. Can you see this account category reference 0001?
Yeah.
And this is for raw material. This is further containing valuation classes in it, right? So let me just mention here one by one. Define account category reference on the basis of material type. Okay, number 1, here I am mentioning here as A. Then what is for B? What will we going to do next in this transaction? So we are done with the definition of account category reference. Now come back, hit on valuation class. We have to define valuation class under each account category reference. That means how many valuation class are there under the account category reference. That means under 0001. So 0001, for example, it is for raw materials. And if you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. No. This is not 0001. Okay. So if you can see under 0001, and there are 2 more, 0710 and 0720. So actually someone has mistakenly linked these equipment ones, because these equipments are different from the raw materials. Getting the point, guys? Hello?
Yes.
Wait, can you go over what's account category reference one more time, please?
Okay, sure. I'm coming back. I'm opening it up. This is account category reference,
Okay.
right? So you have to just define over here, nothing. Okay. Because you are defining these account category reference depending upon the number of material types you are using in your organization. For example, if you are using only 4 types of material types: number 1, raw material; number 2, finished material; number 3, trading good; number 4, uh, services material. Okay, then in such a situation, you will be having only 4 account category reference with you, number like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So as many as you have material type, so you have to create as many as account category reference for valuation of your material.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, now again coming to the, so now very important to understand this account category reference. For example, 0001 is a big umbrella, but it is containing different types of valuation classes as a as a hanging fruit under that umbrella. Correct? Because you might be having some different types of material assigned to different valuation class. So in this situation, someone had done a mistake, that someone had linked this 0001 with a different valuation class as well. So what we will going to do, we will going to remove them, because we do not need incorrect valuation class under the reference of raw materials, under the category reference for raw materials, right? We're going to remove this, and we will going to have only the relevant ones assigned to 0001. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, not this one. Only 3.
Rajiv sir, even in real-time scenario, we'll select these 3.
Yes. These 3, and even more than that as well, depending upon that what exactly is the business requirement. Because during the requirement gathering from the client, the SAP consultant will going to make them understand that this is the provision, how we will going to how we will going to trigger the different GL accounts based on the valuation classes settings. So the business might come to you and say that we need only 2 valuation class for raw material, and only the 2 GL accounts should be triggered. We do not want more materials. Similarly, for finished material, they might be having some 14 products, some 14 finished product the company is selling. Those 14 products could be, let's take an example of Nike. So Nike is selling 14 products: number 1, t-shirt; number 2, trouser; number 3, shoes; number 4, socks; number 5, some kind of a some kind of a turban which people are using on their forehead, right, to prevent it from the winter; number 7, hand gloves; number 8, some wristband for sweating the forehead, right? And number 8, so I mean the list will go up to, let's say, 14 finished product. In such a situation, what will going to happen, that business wants that there should be 14 valuation class should be there for this raw material, so that they can easily track that all these GLS accounts are getting triggered as and when the selling of these raw materials happens from the premises, from the store. Getting the point, guys? Correct? So this
Question.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So okay. So going back to the previous example, with the 14 products for Nike, would they have 14 different GL accounts, or can they have like the same GL accounts as well for the valuation classes?
They can have the same GL account as well, and they can have multiple GL accounts as well, depending upon their need, what they want.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, for example, if they are selling all their 14 products like socks, t-shirt, trousers, shoes, um, uh, wristband, everything, but they want all these to be posted or to the single GL account, then also it is possible. But they want, but if they want that the selling of their trouser should always and always posted to a separate account, the selling of the t-shirt should always and always posted to the different account, selling of the shoes should have the different GL account, then also it is possible. It is one-to-one relationship. It is even, I mean, different valuation class to different GL account as well. That can then also be possible,
Yeah, thank you.
right? So in this situation, if you can see, for example, they have given 3 valuation class assigned to one category reference 111. Okay, now we have already saved this settings. Now if I quickly go to the material document and just display one material document for you, and you will going to see that for that particular raw material, you will going to see only these 3 valuation class. Let us quickly check 2154. 2154. Let us go to accounting one. Give your plant 1710. Enter. And now I'm coming to the valuation class. Okay. Now I'm scrolling it down. So, oh, there is one more. There is one more. Can you see? It says subcontracting. So let's remove this as well. Let us go to our OMSK. OMSK. There is one more actually. So now what we will going to do? There are 33 entries. Go to position and valuation class. It is YB30. YB30. Enter. Can you see this? This is also a link to 0001. That's why it is appearing in the material master data. Getting the point, guys?
Yes.
So we have removed this because we do not want this. Now, the moment I refresh this, system will going to give us the fresh configuration. That means the fresh list of raw valuation class, which is linked to 0001. Okay, I'm coming out now. Something the system takes more time. Yes, I'm out now. Again, selecting accounting one view, hitting on accounting one, giving the plant, now selecting, now just drop down the evaluation class. Oh, wait. We have done something incorrect, guys. What I was thinking, those 3 valuation classes were already selected, right? And those also got deleted while deleting that YB30. Getting the point, guys?
Yeah.
Right? Because let me just try to find out my entry for 3000. No, it is not there. It is not there. So let's do one thing. 3000 account PD reference 0001, and this is the reason that system was not showing me anything. Can you see this? It says no value is found. So that means, so let us give the description as raw material grocery. Okay, now 3001, we are creating all these new valuation class now. 0001, raw material, confectionery. Oh, confection. Okay, hold on. Lot raw material, chocolate. Okay, 3002, raw material,
Sir, chemical.
Okay, very good. Let's take one more.
Mechanical. Sir, mechanical parts.
Okay. Okay, मैकेनिकल पार्ट्स नो एक्चुअली रॉ मटेरियल में क्या होगा अभिषेक कि वो स्पेयर पार्ट्स में आएगा, वो उसका मतलब टाइप अलग होता है, तो कुछ ना कुछ अलग से लेना पड़ेगा हमें। रॉ मटेरियल ग्रोसरी, चॉकलेट हो गया, केमिकल हो गया,
Coffee.
सॉरी
Raw material coffee.
Sugar.
कॉफी। ओके, या कॉफी ले लेते हैं, कॉफी। ओके, नाउ आई हैव असाइंड all these four new valuation class with 0001. Now let us save it. Okay, so we are having four new valuation classes assigning to 0001. Now let us come back to our material and let us drop down. See all these things appearing over here. Getting the point, guys? Hello?
Yes.
Right? So all these valuation class which we have linked to account category reference. So how this is working, how this entire thing is working, that let me just okay, yeah, here we have to, it is yet to be mentioned. Define account categories, yes. Now define and assign the valuation classes to ACR. I'm writing in short form ACR. What is ACR?
Account category.
Yes, account category reference. Very good. Understood? These two things we have done so far in OMSK. Okay. Now let us move on to the come back. And this is the third point, material type and account category reference. This is the link. Actually, now what it is showing, that data is logged by. So this is my ID, and why it is showing like this? Reason being because I had opened OMS2, because the settings of the OMS2 and the linking of the material type with the account category reference is same. So I have to this will going to open in a display mode. Okay, because OMS2 is already open. Let me just show you OMS2. It is there. We are in the change mode of this transaction. OMS2. Okay, so here you can see material type is linked with the 0001. So let us quickly check for our ROH. So can you see this ROH linked to which account category reference, friends?
0001.
Yes. And this is how the all very important link happens, that material type is linked to account category reference, and then account category reference is linked to the valuation class. Okay, so in the third step, assign with the ACR. So how the flow is working? Flow in this ACR, and then VC plus ACR. Getting the point, guys? What I'm trying to say? First, you have defined the ACR. Then, second step, valuation class plus account category reference are linked with each other. Correct? And then material type is linked with ACR. And let me mention here, similar activity is done in P code OMS2 while configuring material type. With me guys, समझ में आ रहा है सबको अच्छी तरह?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Now, so we are done with all these three settings. With all these three settings, we are done. Account category reference. Let's recap one more time. You have to define different account category reference based on the material types you are using in your industry, and then you have to define all the different valuation classes with reference to the different raw materials you are using. Correct? Okay. Now come back, and here material type and account category reference are aligned with each other, assigned with each other. Okay. We are done with this. With how this works. Okay. Now let us come back. Now there is one more important configuration what we have to do, that we have to assign an account grouping to movement type as well. The account group is a finer subdivision of the transaction event key for account determination. For example, during goods movement, the offsetting entry for the inventory posting transaction GBP can be made to different accounts depending upon the movement type. Okay, so this is the configuration we will going to learn. Define account grouping for movement types. Okay, we are coming to this. So guys, let's take a 5 minutes or 10 minutes break, and then we'll come back. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
मैं मेरा बेटा क्या आके भी कंडी कर रहा था।
Hello everyone, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So we are in this configuration, defined account grouping codes for movement types. So what we are trying to learn and explore over here, that in this situation, what is going to happen, that we are assigning one account grouping code to different movement types, and this account grouping is one more finer subdivision of the transition event keys. Okay, that means the transition event keys which we have explored here in the transition OBYC. Let me just close this screen, and OBYC, this is the transition code I was talking about. Okay, so one more subdivision of these transition event keys. And so what will going to happen in this situation, that there is an offset of offsetting entries for inventory posting transaction GBB. Okay, correct. This is for this offsetting entry of inventory can be made to different accounts depending upon the movement types. For example, if you are withdrawing some material from inventory, then there should be provision that to which transaction event key this withdrawal should going to happen. So these account grouping codes we can further divide as a subdivision for the transaction event key offsetting entry, that is GBB. So let me scroll down so that we can have a look at GBB. So this is the transaction event key I was talking about. Okay, and this is containing entries for account grouping code. So can you see this for GBB? These are the general modifier. These are different types of account grouping code. Okay, so let's say if I have to do withdrawal of a material for a cost center, okay, with the movement type 201, then I have assigned a account grouping code VBR for a movement type 201. Okay, so these are different types of transition event keys, or I would say different types of account grouping keys. Okay, now let us check for 201. 201 में जैसे ही आप विड्रॉ करोगे मटेरियल को, तो 201 में क्या क्या दिया हुआ है इसमें, तो कैन यू सी दिस VBR दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे. VBR एक ट्रांजेक्शन इवेंट की दिया हुआ है, और वो VBR का लिंक एक डिफरेंट GL अकाउंट से होगा. दैट मीन्स अंडर दिस there is one more account grouping code, and this will going to trigger a different GL account based on the valuation class. So if you can go into OBYC, यहाँ पर अगर आप जाओगे तो यहाँ पे VBR ढूंढते हैं हम लोग. ठीक है, GBB के अंदर वन मोर अकाउंट ग्रुपिंग कोड VBR. सो गो टू पोजिशन, और ये जनरल मॉडिफायर देख रहे हो आप, इसमें VBR डालते हैं. VBR इसमें अभी तक दिखाया नहीं, नीचे स्क्रॉल करते हैं, ऐसे ही मिल जाएगा. और अगर आपको ऐसे टाइम लग रहा है तो व्हाट यू कैन डू, जब बहुत ज्यादा एंट्रीज होती हैं तो आप कैसे क्या करोगे, गो टू नो जस्ट मोमेंट, यहाँ पे सिलेक्शन का स्क्रीन होता है, वो नहीं आ रहा है इसके अंदर, इसमें है ही नहीं एक्चुअली एडिट में. कोई बात नहीं, हमें स्क्रॉल ही करना पड़ेगा. सो अभी हमें सीरियल अल्फाबेटिकल सीक्वेंस में VA चल रहा है. We have to scroll little down till we reach VBR. So this is the VBR I was talking about. Can you see this VBR? अगर आप किसी रॉ मटेरियल का रॉ मटेरियल को 201 से आप निकालते हो तो ये GL अकाउंट ट्रिगर होगा गुड्स इशू के लिए, राइट. सिमिलरली ये यहाँ पर कुछ और वैल्यूएशन क्लासेस भी हैं विच आर फर्दर लिंक टू डिफरेंट GL अकाउंट्स. यहाँ पर इन्वेंट्री पोस्टिंग वाला वो सिनेरियो तब होगा जब आप किसी मटेरियल को परचेज ऑर्डर के थ्रू कर रहे हैं. आप समझ रहे हैं बात को, परचेज ऑर्डर के थ्रू आप उसको परचेज कर रहे हैं, तब कैसा रहेगा, वो डायरेक्ट आपकी इन्वेंट्री में जा रहा है. समझ रहे हैं बात को. लेकिन व्हेन यू आर ट्राइंग टू विथड्रॉ द मटेरियल फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर कॉस्ट सेंटर, तब वो डिफरेंट GL अकाउंट को हिट करेगा. सब आपको समझ में आ रहा है अच्छी तरह फ्रेंड्स कि ये सिचुएशन अभी इन्वेंट्री पोस्टिंग वाला नहीं है, ये सिचुएशन है व्हेन यू आर विड्रॉइंग द मटेरियल फ्रॉम योर एग्जिस्टिंग इन्वेंट्री स्टॉक। समझ रहे हैं बात को फ्रेंड्स? हेलो हेलो
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So can you repeat it one more time, please?
Yeah, I'm repeating. So let me just do one thing. Let me just quickly go to the BSX part, which we have explored few minutes back today. This is the BX I was referring to. This particular BSX posting, this is only for inventory posting, and this is directly going into your inventory. It has nothing to do one more subdivision of this particular incoming process of the material. No, but when you are taking the material out of your inventory, that and this particular the second scenario which I am referring to, which is having one more column, that is referring to that under what circumstances you are pulling that material out. Is it for a cost center? Is it for some different purpose? Is it for some different kind of a prototype you want to make it? Correct? So depending upon the different movement types, you are making those settings, right? So let me now quickly come to the GVP part, the offsetting entry. Double clicking it, and here you can see n number of general modifiers. So these n number of general modifiers are referring to different types of scenarios with reference to different types of movement. Correct? Let us have this screen like this only, and let us go to the movement type wala screen. This one. So if I scroll up and let us check for 101. In case of 101, if you can see, there is just a moment. Okay. So this movement type is B. That means goods movement for purchase order. Correct? Valuation string is W06. This is the fixed valuation string, and this A stands for assets. Okay. So whatever you are purchasing, right? But in case of 101, guys, please be mindful. They haven't mentioned anything because there is no need for any kind of a modifier. But in case of different scenarios like KDM or KBS or different types of scenarios, they have mentioned these account modifiers. Okay. And these are different accounts modifier you can mention here. These are all, kind of a free text. And usually what I would say that we SAP MM consultant need not to do about it, because these are all standard ones, and we are really no need to do any kind of a changes. So this is just for your understanding that there is one more subdivision of transaction event key, GBB, that is offsetting entry. There is one more transaction event key, PRD, price difference, and that price difference is also having some more refinement of this valuation modifier. That means account grouping code. So let us quickly go to PRD. This is PRD, cost price differences, and here you can see that there are several numbers of different account grouping codes are mentioned with reference to different valuation class. Okay. And these account grouping codes, you can also see them in this transaction PRA. Okay, let's go to here, transaction event key type. There are so many entries there. There are actually 6,407 entries are there. So under this transaction event key, you will be happen to see, yeah, can you see this PRD? So this PRD is happening for 301. price difference. And this 30 movement type is for, I think this is for plant to plant transfer. Let us scroll down. 301. Can you see this? Transfer posting plant to plant, right?
Yeah.
So if in one plant the price difference is something else, I mean the price is $3 US, but in another plant which is supplying the material in that particular plant, the price is maintained as 2.5 euro, then there will be a difference in the valuation in the receiving plant. So therefore that will going to get post to this transaction event key GBB, and under this VBR, sorry, under this PRU, this one, let me just select this one, correct? And let us quickly go to OBYC and we can check that under PRD, which GL account is assigned to PRU, the account modifier. So PRU, we have to check PRU. So right now we are in GBB. Let's come back and let's hit on PRD. Okay. Now we have to select we have to check which GL account is assigned for the account modifier. PRU. This is the PRU. Okay. So whenever you are transferring a raw material from one plant to another plant, and if there is a price difference, the system will going to trigger this GL account. Getting the point, guys? And that will going to happen in the scenario when both the plants are belonging to I mean, actually what happens that if both the plants are belonging to same company code, then there will be no accounting entry will going to get generated because both the plants are belonging to the same company code. But in the case when both the plants are belonging to two different company codes, then system will going to generate an accounting document at the receiving plant with this price difference triggering based on the different valuation class of the material. Getting the point, guys?
Yeah.
Right? So this is how these subdivision of account grouping are configured with reference to the different movement types. Let us quickly check one more scenario for the written purchase order 161. If you remember, do you remember, guys? We have learned one scenario. We have created one purchase order with the movement type 161 and the material was returned to the supplier. Remember? Can you see this 161? And in this situation, if you can see, this particular ERA is there. This is a modifier ERA. Okay. Under the transaction event key KDM. So let's see what is KDM. Let's come back. KDM. This is KDM. Material management exchange rate difference. Okay. So this will going to this will not going to be triggered for any kind of evaluation class because this is triggering with reference to the the written purchase order. So this will going to get triggered on the basis of these two GL accounts. But that account modifier is only and only applicable for three transactions. One is GBB, one is PRD, and another one is KON, consignment liabilities. This one. Okay. So guys, this was all about automatic account determination, that how it gets triggered different under different situations. Okay. Any questions so far in this scenario? Hello.
No, Raju.
Wide group.
Maybe in the next session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So you can practice this This is very important. And you will come to know that how the different things are linked with each other, correct? The first story lies with this particular transaction. The material type is linked with the account category reference. This is very important, correct? And then while creating the material master data, based on this account category reference, the system will going to give you the list of all the valuation class which is linked with the ACR, as I had shared here in this section. Account category, first define account category, and then valuation class is to be defined and also linked with the account category reference. And after that, material type plus account category reference should be linked with each other. And this is a similar activity what we have already done when we have explored the material type under the topic for material master data. सबको समझ में आ रहा है फ्रेंड्स अच्छी तरह?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rajiv, one request.
Yes.
Will you be sharing these Word documents which you prepare while training?
This one, this Word document. Okay, so what I will do, let me just do one thing. I will share it in the, just a moment guys, just a moment. Let me do this quickly. Give me 1 minute, give me 1 minute. 1 minute. What I will do, I'm just quickly attaching this. Because I am in a remote server and here, and my Zoom is working in a different window. So that's why I'm unable to, copy and paste it. So what I will do, compose. Let me close this. Save. Desktop, valuation and account assignment. Here we go, okay. Show in a folder. Paste. Okay, just a moment, guys. Stop. Quick access. So I have attached this. Can anyone please check and verify whether you have got this Word document? Hello?
Yeah, I'm opening it up right now to see if it's working.
Yeah. Please open it and download it in your machine.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, hope everyone has got it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, perfect. Now, let us come on to the this attendance part as well, friends. Just a moment.
Thank you, Rajiv sir. Received.
Okay.
Rajiv sir, if we go by this Word document, that is
Mhm.
enough, right?
Yes, I would say that is enough, but it is very important that you can please. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, just a moment. Just a moment. You have to follow this particular menu path as well. It is very important. This one. That SPRO under materials management, then valuation and account assignment, and then under valuation and account assignment, you have to expand the note for account determination. Account determination, correct? Hello? Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And under account determination, you have to expand the note for account determination without wizard. So you have to do all the possible configuration, that is define valuation control. It should be active. This grouping code is nothing, but this particular code is 0001, which is holding all the plants in it, if you remember, right? And the second transaction is the one which is holding all your plants together, right?
Yeah.
With the chart of account and along with the company code assignment. This is very, very important. And one more thing I would like to share. Sometime what happens that we are removing the link of company code and plant. Please pay attention. So for example, if 1710 is linked, 1710, the plant 1710 is linked with the company code 1710, and there is one transaction OX18 in which that transaction you are removing the link. At the time, what happens after while removing, the systems gives you a pop-up that please correct the valuation grouping code as well. So what it says that the moment you remove this assignment into that transaction, system also remove the assignment here as well. So that means the system impacts this particular grouping code setting as well. So as and when, if you are trying to re-establish the assignment of company code and plant, it is very, very important to come to this transaction OMWD and again assign the grouping code, the plant and the company code together in this transaction OMWD, that is account determination for valuation areas. So please be careful when you are removing such kind of a plant and company code assignment. So this is very, very important, guys. Okay. And this was for the valuation class. This was for the account grouping of materials movement types. So you need not to, touch it. There is no need to touch. And this transaction code will going to take you to the OBYC. Let's cancel it, and it will going to give you the account assignment. The same transaction OBYC. And under this transaction, you can, if you want to explore more, then you can hit on this simulation part as well. It contains, different movement types. For example, you can just check for your material for, let's say, 2154. So this is a raw material. Oh, plant, sorry. 1710, enter. And you can, if you double click on good receipt, system will going to give you that which particular GL accounts are, will going to get triggered during the good receipt part. So it will going to give you all the details over here. Account debit, account credit, everything. This is the valuation grouping code. So this is also one of the very easiest way wherein you can check that which particular GL account will going to get triggered under the situation of 101. So 101 situation is for always the incoming material, correct? And this could be purchasing account, this could be change in the stock account, some external activity or inventory posting, that is BSX. Similarly, you can here change the movement type to 201 and the system is going to change the GL accounts, correct? This will be for offsetting entries for that particular material, that if you are withdrawing this material from the inventory, system will going to trigger a different set of GL accounts. And these are the account modifier, if you remember, VBR and PRA. Getting the point, guys? So do some hands-on for this particular topic. And if there are any queries in this regard, we will going to address them in our next class. And let me just quickly open the syllabus as well, friends. Just a moment. We are done with this, and seventeenth. This is the syllabus. I'm opening it up. So let's do one thing. In our next scenario, we will going to learn for the special procurement, that how the consignment procurement is done, how the pipeline procurement is done. And we are already done with the subcontracting type and service type. So we will not going to cover them in this particular topic. We will going to take care of consignment, procurement and stock transport order, and import and third party and RTP, returnable transport packaging. Okay. So in next scenario, we will going to learn the SAP functionality for spatial procurement. Okay. So whenever, if you get some time, please read about these spatial procurements in SAP. Okay, friends.
Okay.
Any questions so far in today's session for this today's topic? If not, then we can wrap up this class today. And I would like to request you all that please go through this topic once again, because this is very important that you can follow this particular scenario, this particular Word document, and try to post the good receipt and check that which particular two GL accounts are triggered, and then match them up with the transaction event key BSX in the transaction OBYC, correct? And also try to establish the link between the account category reference and with the valuation class, and how the material master is linked with the valuation class. And further, these valuation class are linked with the transaction event key BSX, and further this BSX transaction event key is linked with the chart of account YCOA, and further this YCOA is linked with the valuation grouping code and with the valuation class, and further with the GL account. Getting the point, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So yes, so we are good. And let just a moment, guys. Hope we have everyone in the meeting. Okay. Oh, okay. Couple of people have left. Okay, no problem. Okay, it's absolutely fine. So next topic will be for the special procurement. Okay. And
Okay.
one more thing I just wanted to show you that, let me just quickly share. Hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I'm just showing you one configuration which you can do. It is a kind of a simulation. I will going to ask you to remove one GL account, and then you will going to get one error. So that's why. Just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to transition OB by C, going to the inventory posting. This is YCOA. So can you see this guy? My screen. The valuation modifier, that is valuation grouping code, is 0001. The valuation class is 3000. And now what I will going to ask you that first you create the purchase order for your raw material, right? Then what you will do, just copy this GL account into your one notepad and don't lose it. Just save it and remove this setting, remove this GL account from here like this. Okay. And then save the configuration, and system will going to give you the error that account determination for BSX and 0001 is not possible. System will going to give you this error. Then immediately you can understand that what exactly is missing and what exactly is missing and in which transaction. Getting the point, guys? Because system will going to try to find out the GL account to post the inventory value while having the movement type 101. But in this situation, when you have removed the GL account, in such a situation, system is unable to find the GL account as a destination part, and system will going to throw an error that account determination for the transaction event key BSX, for the chart of account YCOA, and for the grouping code 0001 is not possible. Please check your valuation class. Please check your valuation grouping code. There can be n number of errors, but I have just shared this one particular error. This is very important, which is impacting the good receipt or the goods movement of the material. Hope you have understood this, friends, how to simulate this.
All right.
Right? So first create the purchase order, number one, come to this transaction, go to BSX, remove that entry 131, all 5 zeros, and then save it. And after that, create the GL account. And system will not going to allow you to post the good receipt, and you will going to understand that due to what reason it is not allowing you. And you can also Google that particular error, and on Google as well, the system, the Google response will going to ask you to maintain the missing GL account in this particular transaction OBYC for a particular transaction event key. This is a transaction event key I had shared with you for the inventory posting. This could be even for WRX as well, the GRI clearing account. Even if you can remove this GL account, system will not going to allow you to post the GRI clearing, the good receipt document, because it is not finding the knocking off entries for GRI clearing account, because both the accounts should be there, both the GL account should be there, the inventory GL account should be there, and the GRIR clearing account should be there in the OBYC for that particular valuation grouping code. Otherwise, system will not going to allow you to post the goods movement of this transaction. Getting the point, guys?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay. Okay, friends. We are done with today's session, and we're going to meet next. In the next class, that is on Wednesday, with another new topic of special procurement.
All right. Take care. Have a nice day.
Okay. Yep. Thank you very much. Yeah. Bye-bye.